If, as is the case for almost everybody at this point in time, you using your training budget, your development, your learning budget in a really smart and wise way is important to you, I think what I have to say is going to be something that's of value that will assist you in how you get skills into your organisation and do it in a way that's financially very wise. At Peak Performance, we run a number of training programs, and in the next 7 months, we will be conducting 3 of our regular programs, 1 unusual program, and 1 new program. I speak firstly of the negotiation skills program, which will be coming up in the next 3 weeks. The Negotiator's Toolkit is a well-known program. It's been run hundreds of times to over 30,000 people in 17 countries around the world. It's based on the book, The Negotiator's Toolkit, and the CD series, which backs up both the book and the course. The second program that we're going to be running is the Corporate NLP program, and it looks at the performance of a human being in any role or in any scenario, and unpacks what they do and helps them assist to learn how they can do things differently, better, how they can change their thinking, how they can change their decision-making process, how they can change their actual behaviour delivery to produce better results, to increase their performance, improve their process, and deliver better outcomes as a consequence of good, scientifically improved process. Third program, the fun program, Mastering the Magic of Presentation Skills. We take a look under a microscope at what makes great presenting work. And then we bring both the art and the science of what makes it work into the present. And we give people an experience of what is it that goes wrong that means there is noise in the process and the message doesn't quite get there. Or what causes the audience to fall asleep and lose interest and not be engaged. And we give them the skills to ensure that we capture the audience, that we make things easy enough and simple enough to be understood, even the most complex. And we do it by combining good methodologies of presentation skills and the art of method acting to produce a level of presentation that has people stand up and go, wow, that was different. And not only different, but they remember it for a long time and act on it. The fourth program, Switch On Your Brain Again, is a look at how the human brain works and how memory works, how reading takes place, and how we can actually comprehend more from what we read. How can we get across a lot of data quickly? How can we problem solve more effectively? It actually not only looks at how we do things, but gives us strategies around developing and building new neural pathways based on much of the new neuroscience that's available. The fourth program is our group facilitation program, new, never been on before. It will take a look at how do we run meetings generally. How do we run a board meeting? How do we run a strategy meeting? How do we run a brainstorming, creativity, innovative meeting? How do we run a conflict-oriented meeting? And how do we both prevent the conflict in groups? And how do we manage it when it occurs? We'll take a wide spectrum looking at each of those, one context each of the 5 weeks. I invite you to explore further and look at some of the individual descriptions of those programs and look at how they can very clearly add value, give common language, common culture to your organisation with skills that get embedded, that last, that people report years later they're doing and seeing the improvement.